Do you have some lore books?
Oh, yes. Now, this will be a surprise because I haven't looked at this yet.
Oh, same.
I love learning
Time to
things
learn
on
that.
stream.
We got the return of the Night Squall. Stained by salt water, smelling of rum and bananas.
Yo.
Tell a fucking beam. It's so funny. I saw a little bit of this. And there's two things. And right as I was writing about Telebeam and Plunder Isle, all this happened.
Yeah.
I just looked over at my monitor like, what the heck? Did I manifest this in reality? Does it work like that? Am I in the Matrix? Who knows? But yes, off the north coast of the Forbidden Reach, far away from the brigade of Irontide pirate ships, there's another pirate ship secluded and mysterious, a rare mob called Oakbeard with the title Irontide Captain. He stands atop a barrel covered in punnets of bananas, but the ship is also full of bananas. Now, it does don the same colors as Irontide ships, but it's a little different. It's of a higher build quality, cleaner sails, cannons on either side. It's completely empty, but there's a book in it called Return of the Night Squall.
You think this is a reference to Telebeam? It's not. It's a ship full of bananas. It's a reference to the song. This ship is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I'm so sorry. Is it?
I don't know. I didn't put it in the game. I told you, I didn't see this ahead of time.
I thought you knew something I didn't about bananas.
No, my brain just works wrong and I thought of that. That's all.
By now, ye all know the many legends of Captain NIGHTSQUALL, the wild-eyed night elf who ran away from his forest home as a boy to sign on with a hardy pirate crew. How through boldness and treachery, he rose up the ranks to claim a ship of his own. Never was there a more daring captain in all the seas than the NIGHTSQUALL. He sailed through the mist to Pandaria, an age before the Alliance and Horde ever found it. He made a fortune hauling kegs of brew to the far corners of the world. He plundered the treasure rooms of King Rastakhan and sacked Kultiran villages right under the noses of those haughty Proudmoors. NIGHTSQUALL has raided more islands in the South Seas than any captain who has ever sailed. They say he stashed so much gold beneath the sands of Tel Abyim that the island now rises 10 feet higher than when he first landed on it. But don't you be thinking about stealing his booty now. Many's a tale of a gritty lass or laddie who tried to outsmart the NIGHTSQUALL only to end up feeding the fishes. You've known the stories of yes, you've heard these stories 1,000 times, I know. Legends traded from one deckhand to another until one might think the tales grew in the telling. Some might wonder if they could even have a grain of truth. Well, let me tell you, they be true as starlight. I sailed with the NIGHTSQUALL for a spell and seen him do all these things and 100 more.
Oh my god.
Voice. Of course, you've likely heard the greatest tale of all of them, how after building a brand new flagship, he set sail for the west, promising not to... Oh, forgot.
Yeah, they're really being super overt with this now. It's full on. So, for context, there's a video coming up next week that is now going to... Thankfully, I don't think you've recorded it yet, because I'm going to have to add some stuff in that basically proves all of our theories that we've been setting up across a few videos now are completely correct. And we're going to the backside of Azeroth through the big western part of Kalimdor where they moved the map away, where they moved Kalimdor across. We're going to Avalorn. We're going to find an old god in a city. The old god will be in a city that is a nature city, and it'll be all life. We'll find human druids there. We'll find the NIGHTSQUALL. We'll find the back of Azeroth through a portal through the Veiled Sea.
Well, that was years ago. Many tides have passed without much as a whisper. Even an old soul like me started to wonder if he'd met his match. That, what they say about the Western Storms be true. This is so funny because previously, like, our only real reference to this was like the Lands of Mystery RPG sourcebook, and now it's here. This is so... It's like, thank you for the citations, Blizzard. That monsters and magic make the ocean impossible to cross. Now, in payment for his pride, it was NIGHTSQUALL who'd be feeding the fishes in the halls of Neptulon. But hear me now, and I know I be speaking true. The NIGHTSQUALL has returned. He ain't telling tales of what he saw on his journeys, but the hulls of ships that made it back be full to bursting with treasures like you've never seen before. And that ain't all. The Night Squall says he's got a new prize in his crosshairs, and to claim it, he aims to build the biggest pirate fleet the world has ever known. So whether you be Irontide or Bloodsail, Defias or Freebooter, all are welcome to sail under the Night Squall's flag. Follow him as your new admiral, and no navy in Azeroth will have a prayer against. Is this like a Marcos and Aros thing going on? Sort of a twist on it. It all starts with the Dragon Isles. Plunder its secrets in the name of Dread Admiral Night Squall, and from there, the world is ours for the taking.
What did he find that would help him build a very big pirate fleet? What do you need to build a pirate fleet?
Bunch of wood.
Bunch of wood. You know where wood comes from? From punching trees. And you know what we're very, 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 very interested in? Trees. And old gods. And what about old gods and what about trees? We're going to... I'm at a loss. I can't believe how much this literal one book is just... It is... So...
Yeah, I thought about Minecraft too.
Yeah, I've had a whole lot of dots. You know, you're plotting it like a line graph. I've got a whole lot of dots that sort of line up to something, and this is like a dot that absolutely brings the average straight down a solid line. Thanks, that's actually very helpful. Thanks, Blizzard. Yeah, all of our theories are probably and maybe not like directly correct, but at least in terms of the over thing, they've actually definitely solved everything. Plundering the Emerald Dream to build an armada is a bit of a reach, not gonna lie. Yeah, John, it might be a bit of a reach, but it's also kind of what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's a NIGHTSQUALL. It'll be fine. Tree expansion, yeah, it'll be a tree. There'll be an old god tree on the back of Azeroth. That's it. And it'll be Avalorn and the old god over... Did the old god overtake it, or did it capture the old god? Something like that. Because they haven't done anything with the world tree in a while. Cho'Gall spoke to Lunara about how the forest used to serve the old gods and will again.
There we go.
Is that right, Jindo? Is that right? Well, I'm going to have to find that line and put that in the script because that's very useful. Thank you very much.